yourself.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, shaking country.
Oh, sorry about that. We started a little late. Last panel ran a little long. That's okay. We'll try to make this one time. We have about 41 minutes of fun. Welcome to Too Many Games 2017 in beautiful Oaks, Pennsylvania. What's going on? What's going on? All right. My name is Pat Contry. Is anyone here not familiar with me and my work? So, should I explain to this one man what I do? Fill him in. You guys next to him, fill him in. You sir in that blue hat, tell him what I do. So I don't have a lot of time here. We have a few things during this panel. We'll have a Q&A session if we want. We'll show a new video, maybe. We'll talk about a certain NES guidebook, maybe. And we'll do the Play the Punk challenge, hopefully. We didn't have time to come in and test beforehand. We kind of got rushed in here, but that's okay. We'll try to do that. And whatever else comes along. So, how about we dim the lights? Have romance time and watch a new Ask Frank. What do you say? Does that sound good? I think that sounds great. Is there any light switches around? Is that the light switch? Oh, it's one. We need to go up front, Oh, beautiful. Give it up. What's your name, sir? Daryl. Give it up to Daryl. Daryl just saved the panel. Right here. All right, ready? You guys see this all right? Awesome. Unfortunately, we're coming to like the last of the Ask Frank question and answer footage that we shot like 3 years ago, but we can always shoot more. So go to that video online where you can ask Frank more questions, and maybe you'll hear your question in the future Ask Frank episode. Yeah. So anyway, so what else is going on with me? How about the beginning of a certain SNES guidebook? So this is in pre-production now. Right here. Look at that. How pretty that is. You guys wanted to do this book? Yeah. Who has the NES guidebook? Show of hands. So about half of you, the other half leave. No. But, oh yeah, please. Thanks, Daryl. Daryl, give up to Daryl again. Put the light back on. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Oh, this is fun. It's pretty good right now. It's kind of good light. You can't see all the wrinkles I have. So this is in pre-production now. We actually have, it was Daniel. Daniel's here, and Ashton, who are both working on the book. Give it up for Daniel and Ashton. They're going to have to write the book with me. I'm going to do less of the writing, but it's still going to be good. And look for it, not this year, maybe next year. The Kickstarter will definitely be next year. Kickstarter will be next year. And after that, let's put it this way. I've learned my lesson with the first book. It won't be as much delayed in terms of, it's supposed to come out March of last year and actually come out September. I'll be more accurate this time. So I'll be more accurate. So that's what's going on. Yeah, guys, let me know any suggestions during the Q&A, what you want to see in the book or anything different or what have you. So we can, we can talk about that. We all saw you, sir. He's going to help. What's your name? Give it up for Joe. He's a tech guy here to the game. Joe's going to help us set up the NES and test it while we do a nice Q&A here. So if you have any questions, I'm not sure if there's no microphone. I'll be able to hear you. Raise your hand or whatever, and you can ask anything about the podcast, about the NES Punk videos. They are coming back. I've been tired lately. They will come back. And lots of other stuff going on. What else am I doing? Ask Frank. Flea Market Madness will be coming back. The Not So Common podcast, if you guys listen to that at all. Trying to interview some YouTubers that actually like me or at least tolerate me. Lots of fun stuff happening. So yeah, any questions? Let's do it. Yes, sir.
How's Ian?
Question: how is Ian?
Yeah.
Have you been following his Twitter account lately, sir?
I don't use Twitter. I'm sorry.
You don't use Twitter. Who here has been following Ian's Twitter account lately? How has Ian been doing? Not well. Not well. Unfortunately. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, he's diagnosed. So yeah, that's good. Unfortunately, his doctor hasn't been as aggressive in treatment as Ian and I had hoped. So his doctor's basically like, yeah, take some ibuprofen and hopefully you feel better. Like sort of approach. And it's a little complicated. I can talk about it because Ian talks about it before he talks to you guys before me about the problems. He tweets about it, then I find out the day later, which is nice. But unfortunately, he's been on the podcast though. So he's about pain management at this point. like, you know, how loaded can you get in order to do the podcast and feel good for an hour and a half? That's where it's at right now. And that's the best we can hope for, and hopefully in the future it'll be 100%. You know, we started doing the completely necessary Let's Play show. Remember, that happened when he got hurt, like he started to feel worse. So that got derailed before it got started. So give it up for Ian and his health. Daryl, you had a question.
Have you found any scumbags somewhere from the week?
Have I found any scumbag? Sellers of the week here. I haven't been looking at the prices that much. I have not seen any scalpers out there, as far as I know, in terms of people flipping stuff. We'll see. Let's put it this way. We'll see if there's any scumbags after I put together, like, you know, a package deal. We'll see how much they can work with me there. I won't call them up publicly. I won't get a microphone and say, you know. We'll see. I'm working on a NES manual deal right now. Big time deal. 4-figure deal possibly. So we'll see about that. So, yes. Do I plan on making an SNES app, like the NES app? Who here has that ultimate game guide for NES app? All right, less than half the people. Yeah, it's on iOS and Android devices. We'll see. The book will come out first, and then we'll see. The app was a little bit of a struggle to get there. There's still an update coming out this year, I think. And once that's out, it's going to be where I want it to be. And then, like the thing, with an app, you're working with developers, so it's more hands-off. So it's sort of like, let's hope it comes out. Let's hope. But yes, that's the plan. So that would be 2019. Wow, I'm gonna be old. Yeah. Next question? You, sir.
Hi. So, with the SNES guidebook coming out, post-SNES guidebook, is there any plans to write a book, like a field guide on flea marketing and yard sales on finding games and
A
stuff?
field guide?
Kind of.
Sir, that's in video format as Flea Market Mandates. We have a field guide.
Well, you get like a go-to guide, like what to do, kind of like to do with.
That'd be more like a pamphlet versus a book, I think. That'd be like a fold-out map pamphlet, like. Yeah, maybe. We'll think that could be a fun side project, maybe in Photoshop. What do you need advice on, sir? How to lowball successfully, or?
Like most of us, I'm sure you've helped us all kind of find a better way to deal with like scalpers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like the way that you're just kind of like, yeah, just not gonna go to that guy, he's an asshole. Like, supposed to just having to deal with it. So I guess just being confrontational with it. Sometimes, like when you make a deal or something, and they're like, "Oh, $80," and you just want to tell them like, it's not fair. Like it's not worth it. I guess that would be one.
It sounds like you have it figured out already. So negotiation is important. Anything in life almost anything is negotiable. Almost anything's negotiable. But when it comes to video game prices, it's like they need your money more than you need the game from that particular person. Like when you see a Donkey Kong Country out here or something, there's gonna be 20 vendors that'll have that game. So be patient. Your money's important. Unless you have a lot, don't care. You know, if that's the case, then just buy whatever. Go on eBay and just buy everything high buy price. Oh, you want to test? We'll test the volume out of this while I answer questions. Yeah, we'll just test the volume here. Next question, while I try to do two things at once. Yes, sir.
Will your SNES guidebook also have Super Famicom games?
Not if it didn't come out in Europe or North America. So it's not a Super Famicom. Here's the deal with that. If I did the NES version in Famicom, half of the Famicom games added on would be like Mahjong games and RPGs that I couldn't play and review anyway. And that's just what it is. For Super Nintendo, it's not exactly that big of a divergent path, but you're still going to run into that problem. And I don't want the book to be like 700 pages, so I want to keep it about the same size as the NES book.
Fair enough.
That makes sense? Are you not going to buy the book now? Man, I lost this sale. Next question?
Who's on your short list for the Not So Common podcast?
Who is on my short list for the Not So Common podcast? That's an interesting question. Let's see, is that volume pretty good on here? Or either raise my mic or lower that. Let's see. You guys hear me okay? Hear that? Or is it a little bit hard to hear? I want to lower the NES music a little bit. Oh, I can do it myself. Awesome. I'm going to be the Mixmaster. Perfect. All right, we're good to go on this. Hold on, turn this off. All right, I'll just cut the volume on this. Perfect. That is awesome. Wow, I'm in control. Oh, mixer. I'm sorry. What was it? Short list? Let's see. James Rolfe. What would you guys want to hear me? James Rolfe? I should just Kevin Lieber from Vsauce 2. Kevin was actually here a couple of years ago hanging out. I should just take, who do I follow on Twitter? That could be part of the list. Let's see, who do I follow on Twitter? Who do you want to see me interview?
Vine Sauce.
Vinny from Vine Sauce? Or all Vine Sauce?
Vinny.
I know Vinny. Vinny will probably do it. Peanut Butter Gamer?
Yeah.
Austin? Jared would be a good pick. Let's see, I'm trying to think who I already interviewed. I interviewed a bunch of people.
A wrestler.
A wrestler? Samoa Joe knows who I am. Kenny Omega follows me on Twitter. Kenny Omega and me, he has a certain NES guidebook, Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, you may not know him now, you'll know him in the future, when he comes to WWE. People say, well, they want me to interview Ian. Like, that might not go well. That might be a little nasty, that interview. I might have some disagreements. I interviewed Norm already. Where have you been? That was like, semi-controversial. I probably want to interview Colin Moriarty at some point. Get into more political stuff as well. Gerard, completionist.
Yeah.
He has expressed some interest. That'll be a very interesting conversation. Any other names up there, maybe? No? Yeah, that's a good list. What's that?
Dashi? You ever hear of him?
What's it?
Dashi?
Dashi. I've heard the name. Is that a Let's Player?
Yeah.
I don't, usually about Let's Players, I don't know enough about that world. I'd have to like really research. I like to actually know something about the people I'm interviewing.
It's more scheduled, like every Saturday is Super Mario Maker,
Okay.
and then Tuesday will be this, and
Okay, I'll have to start watching some Let's Plays. Absolutely. Next question. You, sir, holding up a Contra card.
Oh yeah, how goes it? Oh, first time visitor from Boston, by the way.
Welcome.
But other than that though, I overheard the whole James Rolfe spiel when you're gonna like collab with him again. I noticed all your collabs in the past. I mean, like all these Let's Play collabs that you've done. Like,
So the question is, when am I going to collaborate with James again? Well, we always collab every year on the. You guys have seen the NES Marathon exclusive nerd videos for the past like 7 years, right? That's a collaboration. Kind of. Yeah, that's a collaboration. That counts. I've written some of those.
Also, a suggestion for who you should interview. Ever heard from Cygnus Destroyer 20XX?
I'm sorry. Who?
Cygnus Destroyer 20XX, really Matt Ezero.
Oh, I met Matt. That's very nice. Is that the LGN Defender?
Yeah, and Ellen said until proven guilty.
Yes. Yes. Matt, I met a few years ago. I'll have to put him on the list at some point.
I had him as a more.
Other thing with James. Oh yeah. James and I have a story idea. I probably can't share at this point that we might do something with in the future. Might involve pork roll. Could be interesting. Next question. Is that the last question we have? We have one over here.
So I just have a kind of like random question.
Random question. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, so I was wondering how you feel collecting is going to be affected in the future from how we abuse our games now, like Xbox 360 and all that, and how we abuse the discs and all that, and how it'll affect the prices and
So,
availability.
question is how we abuse disc-based games from like Xbox onward.
Yep.
How's that going to affect collectability? I think the question you're going to ask yourself is how collectible will the Xbox even be? Because it's still not collectible that much right now, is it? Are there any Xbox collectors out there that are really getting into it?
I do, but it's not collectible.
You go for probably like the weird ones or hard to find ones.
Not even on the same
Like
side.
will you ever get a large amount of people that want to get every Xbox game like you do with the NES, or probably not? So that's the question, because that's a question you ask, because that system's it's a 15-year-old system. And that's when people started really collecting in the early 2000s for the NES. So maybe you never will get there to have it be an answer. I don't think for most of the games there's enough of them to even matter if some are destroyed, if that makes sense. Like, if that's your concern, if you can't refinish them, if they don't play. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. It might be a bigger issue for stuff like Saturn games where there aren't as many, or hard to find Sega CD games. You know, does that make sense? Like Working Designs games, where they didn't make that much, they were like 5,000 or 10,000. That might be more of an issue. But for Xbox games or PS2, I don't know. I go to the swap meet, they can't give away Xbox games. You know, it's like a green mold plague. You know, it's green, you see all those green cages, like get away. I don't care about $1,000. I don't want to see them. So, questions? Yes.
I was in the Obscure NES panel, and they talked about gold medal games that you play over and over and over again.
Sorry, did they refer to them as what?
Gold medal games.
Gold medal
Those
games.
are the games that you have a gold medal in. The games
Oh,
that you
like
go
ones
back
you're good
to
at.
Over and over and over again.
For me, like Contra. Like I'm good at Contra, so I
like,
like
like my favorite is Final Fantasy III for the SNES. I
Okay.
can play that over and over and over again until time stops. What are your top 5?
Oh, geez, top 5 list. Woo! All right, Contra. This is on the screen. By the way, is there a way to undo the 16:9 resolution? That kind of bothers me. But anyway, it's just before there. What ones? I'll try to stick to the NES. Ninja Gaiden, Super Dodgeball. Super Dodgeball is just fun to play because you can see people die by throwing volleyballs at them. It's just incredible. Or dodgeballs. 2 other ones I could. I could always play Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Super Bowl because it's a sports game. I know some people hate sports games, but it's a really fun arcadey sports game on the system. And then a 5th one real quick that I can just pick up and play, and I always like it. And I have to be good at it too.
You don't have to be good at it, just something that you always go back to.
Always go back to. What's one I always want to play in the NES Marathon? Spy Hunter. I always want to play Spy Hunter. All right. Am I already on a time? I got 20 minutes left. You got a little time. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, any interest in a Genesis guidebook?
Any interest in a Genesis guidebook? I think there's a market for it. I don't think I'd be the person to bring it to you at this point. No one has done one? I know they've done like the art books and Art of Genesis, but never one with every game in it, right?
I just love the NES one, so that's why I was curious.
So then you should love the Super Nintendo. I think my goal will be Super Nintendo, and then I'll circle back to the other systems I like a little bit more than the Sega Genesis. You might see a ColecoVision book before a Sega Genesis one, but let me get the Super Nintendo one out first. Because I always said I'm never going to do a Super Nintendo one, but that was when it was hard to get the NES one out. So now I'm like, all right. It's almost like when you're a movie director. It's like, don't ask me about the sequel while I'm doing the current movie. It's like, let me get through this first. Did you guys buy a Genesis book? See that response? That right there tells me maybe not worth the time. And it's not a small library. It's not like, it's 200 games. Like you do it easily. There's still like 700, 800 games, correct? So it's a little tough. That's a lot of time and investment. You find out 20 people buy it. Well, it'll be more than that, but you know what I mean. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
If you could bring one chain from the West Coast east, what would it be? What would you take from the East Coast and bring back west?
Okay, so we're talking restaurant or movie theater. Question is, what chain store, retail, or restaurant I would take back and forth? Ooh, what would I take from the West Coast back east? What do they have on the West Coast besides In-N-Out? They don't have back east. Yeah, but it's not a chain now. What's that?
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is not that good. So. I would do In-N-Out before I do Jack in the Box. Yeah. Let's do In-N-Out because that's usually highly ranked fast food. East to West, Friendlies. That's not even a question, right? Friendlies?
Oh, friendly.
They don't have that. They don't have it like past like Ohio or Pennsylvania. It's just like it cuts it off. What's that? They killed them all in Ohio. Ohio's dead to me. No convention. I'm not doing new rule. My convention has to be within 50 square miles of a Friendlies. You in the back, sir.
You've learned so much and talked so much and taught Frank so much about games. Has Frank taught you anything about anything?
I've taught Frank so much about games, have I?
He kind of knows games because of you.
Well, he'll surprise me every once in a while. He'll talk about like a new game he's seen on TV. Like when G4 was still on, he would say like, yeah, that Assassin's Creed game, huh? And I'd be like, I know you care about this game more than I do, and I don't care. What has Frank taught me? Frank has taught me to try to take it easy and mellow out a little bit. I gotta, take some time. Just relax. Maybe not work so hard. But he said that on Flea Market Madness. That's Flea Market Madness. Well, he does say stuff on Flea Market Madness that I probably shouldn't film. But for Ask Frank, some of Frank's best advice is, one thing he said is like maybe you should work a little bit harder than you think you should, but maybe also relax a little bit more. If you you're working hard to try to even it out. Does that make sense? That's probably good word to live by, right? Just taught me how to love. No. Any other questions? Oh.
That's Storm from one of your episodes.
Is who what?
Storm.
Is Storm in attendance here? I think that we might have a superhero in attendance. Give it up for Storm in attendance on front. You guys see that episode? Also played another character in multiple videos. Denise. Yes. You remember Denise, right? Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Who's the best negotiator, you, Ian, or Frank?
Frank sucks at negotiating. $20? All right. No, I say to Frank, listen, Frank, the worst thing they can say is no, and you buy it for the same price anyway. So I try to negotiate for him sometimes. Ian, I think Ian gets anxiety over negotiating. So I have no shame when it comes to that. So I'm probably the best negotiator when it comes to that stuff, for sure. Frank is like, everyone's cool with each other. There's no need to negotiate. My friend, people are trying to rip you off. You have to negotiate. A couple more questions, then we'll jump to the Play the Punk Challenge. Yes, sir.
You could pick a game to pick, remaster or remake. Which game would you pick?
What game would I remaster or remake? I just want a new Golden 13 game. So, top secret episode. I don't care. They canceled the N64 one. It's been 25 freaking years since a game. I can't put. Someone has the movie rights in the U.S. has done a movie. I'm sorry. That always me.
It should.
It should. Thank you. It'd be like what's an equivalent? If you never saw Mickey Mouse ever again, they really don't put Mickey Mouse in anything, but it's the same thing. Like he's a huge character in Japan. They don't do anything with him. They just did a freaking Ghost in the Shell live action movie that bombed terribly, but they can't do a Golden 13 movie. Anyway. Any other questions? Sorry, I can rant about that forever.
I'm sorry to take two questions, but I'm sure you addressed this at some point. I just missed it. But why did you go on Pawn Stars?
Why did I go on Pawn Stars?
That's where I first saw you.
I went on to make a deal. And it didn't happen. What can I say? I signed an NDA, sir. So that's all I had to say.
That's the second word.
NDA is acceptable answer. Any other questions? I'm going to try to get out at my appropriate time.
I'll do one question.
Good question. It was a great question. I'm going to call you out if it's not great.
You gonna review any of the Nintendo Switch games?
Am I going to review any of the Nintendo Switch games? Probably not soon. Which one would I be reviewing? What do you want to review? Breath of the Wild? That's a huge ass review. I don't have the time I've only played 20 hours of that so far. I don't have time to review that. Bomb might be that'd be a good, not a bad review. Be a quick game.
I pay money for you and Frank to play ARMS.
You pay money? How much? Frank's open to negotiation. I gotta get Frank a PayPal account. I'm gonna do that. I should set one up for him. All right, who's ready for the Play a Punk Challenge? This is great because I don't have to move for it. All right, so we all know how to play a Play a Punk Challenge. Two of you will come up and battle at a wacky NES challenge. I actually don't have a lot of prizes to give away. You have to go back to the booth. I have digital download codes I can give away. I have nothing for the losers though, unfortunately. Sometimes I have like really crappy games like DS, like cooking games and stuff like that. But I don't have any Jack Nicklaus golfs, no. But all right, we'll do. Who has not asked a question and wants to play the Punk Challenge? No one wants to play the Play the Punk Challenge. You sir with the glasses, come on up. You sir with the camcorder, somehow you're gonna do it. Come on up, give it up for him. This is player 2. Player 2. This is player 2. This is player 1. What's your name?
Fred.
Fred is player 1.
Player 2 is Dylan.
Fred versus Dylan. That's actually player 1. Can I see that, sir?
I've never used an NES before.
I should have a Play the Punk folder. You know, let's do 2 out of 3 Ivan Armin Scoots and Rough Road. Why don't we do that? We'll do an easy one for you guys. You guys are getting off light. Fred, you're player 1. Dylan, you're player 2. 2 out of 3. Oh, perfect. All right. Look how smiley he is. If you want some audio, we got some audio. Just put in your name. It doesn't have to be your real name. FBB is Fred. Dylan. DY. That's good enough. If you want to do L, just go to finish. It'll be set. That's all right, Dylan. We don't have a time limit or anything. You can. All right, here we go. All right, red is Fred. Yellow's Dylan. All right. All right, we're good to go here. All right. So we'll do 2 out of 3. Be quick. I don't know if I ever did this play pong challenge before. So Fred is pink. And already going the. All right. You want to use acceleration, not the nitros at the start. You guys are going both the wrong way. How about the best to 1 lap? Well, they're the play pong challenge. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, Fred's in the lead in quotes, even though he's in 3rd place. Ivan Iron Man Stewart's already lapping him in silver. Fred's got the nitros. He's got 2 nitros. Dylan's been lapped at this point. Fred, you figured it out. And Fred's conserving his nitro for that race. That's never going to happen. Dylan's having some issues. Dylan, have you used an NES controller before? One time. Couple times. Okay, let's make it short. Is there any lag that you could? Nice turn there, my Fred. 2 more nitros. 1 more lap here. This is 4 stars according to the Certain NES guidebook, I think. All right, first race goes to Fred, even though he came in 3rd. Nice Italian boy. Oh, we're not done yet, Dylan. I know you're not getting off that easy. It's 2 out of 3.
Get him on this one, Dylan.
All right.
You get money.
Yeah, there you go. They used to be in the arcade. There were 2-piece bikinis because that was too racy for the NES, so they went to the 1-piece. So a little bit. And they're off. All right, Fred's got the controls down at this point. Looks like he kind of knows what he's doing. Fred said red. Even though it's pink, it's not really red. Dylan, make that turn right there. Dylan, you got it. There we go. Let's go, Dylan. Let's go, Dylan. That's it. That's all you got, Dylan. Nice try, Dylan. Oh, he's rounding it. Is it 1 lap left here? Let's see if you can get first place here, Fred. Beat that wily Ivan Iron Man Stewart. You guys ever played in the arcade? How fun it was in the arcade? The 3 wheels. And all the honking. All right, and that's it. Fred's the winner, Fred! Fred won a digital download code to a certain NES guidebook. Give it up to both Dylan and Fred. There are no losers here, really. But there are no losers. There are. All right, who's next on the Play the Punk Challenge?
I do. Depends on what the game is.
Who has not played yet, or who has not asked a question yet? You, sir, is that a Kevin Owens shirt? Kevin Owens is a video game fan. He had a Turtle Rabbit shirt last year, didn't he? I know that. Anyone else here? Red shirt, yes. You're like, I kind of want to play. Well, come on up. What's your name? Kevin. The Kevin Owens Show shirt. Let's give it up for Kevin. And Jason will be player 1. Give it up for Jason and Kevin. Okay. We'll do something fun. We'll do Karate Champ. Jason's player 1. Kevin's player 2. Grab your controller. There you go. Jason, you're in white. Red is Kevin. All right. This is going to be dastardly. There's a back kick to nowhere. Kevin's already turned around. Oh, nice front kick action by Kevin. Kevin with a kick to the gut. Who saw Bloodsport? This was played in Bloodsport, right? 30th anniversary of Bloodsport is next year. Oh, I missed that. So what happened? A punch to the gut by Jason? Oh, a trip! Nice job there. So it's Jason's ahead by a half point. Oh, nice sweep by Kevin. This actually got a decent review in the book because once you figure out how to play it, there's some mechanics that are actually decent. It's hard to figure out how to play it without reading the instruction book. That's the first one goes to Kevin. Oh, off the cliff, kill him. Front kick to Jason. Oh, he just missed him somehow. You can do like jumping back kicks, it's nuts. No, yeah. Hurricane kick, here it comes. It's all about distance too. Oh. Let's see, who's ahead in this point? Looks like Jason's ahead point. Oh, he jumped over him. Oh, a jumping back kick. I told you it was in the game. That was strategery. All right, here we go. Oh, turn back around. There's a stop. Who? Oh, judge is gonna say white got that one. I'm not sure how they decided. It's 1-1 now. Here we go. Final point. Tiger, uppercut. Oh! Jumping punch in the air. Wow. That hurt. Oh. Oh, the intensity. Just like Evo. Oh, he ducked them. Oh, they're both backwards. You can turn around. You can turn around. Oh no! Oh, he turned right around. You had him, Kevin. Whoa. Oh. They're just going for back jump kicks. No one got that point. Oh, no! Jason wins. All right. You win it. Digital download code to vote, Jason. Give it up for Kevin and Jason. We have time for one more. Not two. All right. We all know what the last game's going to be, if we do the last game here. All right. Who has not asked a question yet and wants to play the Punk Challenge? You, sir, in the blue? Yeah, you got a sword. You can come on up. Or lightsaber. Is that trademark? No, we're here. All right. I can't do that game. What's your name? Nelson, player 1. Player 2. Name is Sean. It's a cop on the street. Good at his job. This is player 1. I think in my hand. I think it's player 1 in my hand. Let's do. I don't have time. Unfortunately, I'm gonna end on time. I'm gonna get to the next panel. Unfortunately, sorry guys. What do you polite? Let's go Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, you are player 1. All right, Nelson. Sean's player 2. We're gonna do. You know what it is. It's what I made kind of famous. It's the Above Deathmatch Challenge. Here we go. Nelson in the nice blue jorts, Sean in the nice magenta jams. And they're fighting by the beautiful aqueduct in Rome. I don't know. And looks like they're all, oh, nice running headbutt from Nelson. Sean trying to find his bearings there by the wall. Running punch doesn't connect. Nothing's connecting right now. Nice, oh, punch and kick combo from Nelson. And they're running into off screen. Oh, there's some back and forth action. Oh, nothing's, oh, nice combo from Nelson there. Oh, Sean into the wall head first. Good thing Bubba has a hard head. Oh, the responsiveness of the controls for this part is fantastic. I know. Double hand clap. They're both down to 2. Like, oh, nice combo from Nelson. Oh, that was from Sean. Nelson just ran into more boots. No one's doing the cheap hat into the combo. Oh, nice combo from Sean. Sean is finding his rhythm here. Nelson is in trouble. Oh, and that's it. Sean takes it. Congratulations, Sean. Nelson. Well, you tried, Nelson. Sean, you need a digital download code of Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES Library. Please don't pirate it. Anyway, so guys, that's my time. Wow. So I'm going to be at my booth to say hi. You want to talk NES stuff, you want to talk Super Nintendo stuff, Genesis, maybe not. But I'll be there. I'll be in the far corner, a few away from my buddy Norm, the gaming historian. So enjoy the rest of your Too Many Games. I'll be around, buy some games, negotiate, and don't get caught slipping, as Billy J would say. Take it easy.